Welcome students, this is Rahul De Shukla taking video lecture series on numerical and statistical techniques. In this series today I am taking a topic of time series analysis. Before moving ahead, I would like to ask you to subscribe and share my channel so that more and more valuable content is available. Okay, so let's start now. What is time series? Time series is basically related with planning, and we know that planning about future is very necessary for every business firm, every government institution, every individual, and for every country. What are definitions of time series? A time series is a set of observation taken at specified time, usually at equal intervals. So taken at specified time means it can be taken at equal gap of years, it can be taken at equal gap of months, it can be taken at equal gap of hours. So any kind of data which is related with one variable as a time is known as time series data. A time series may be defined as a collection of reading belonging to different time periods of some economic or composite variable. Some economic or composite variable means, suppose that I am going to study the data related to fertilization or agricultural over the period of years. So that may be, the time may be dependent on some one parameter or it may be some composite parameters. So time series data may be of composite variables also. So in summary we can say that time series is a relationship between cause and effect, and one variable is time, which is independent variable, and second is data, which is the dependent variable. Like in mathematics we have a relationship between x and y variable as y is equals to fx, function of x. So x is said to be independent variable and y is said to be dependent variable. At any given value for x we can calculate the value of y, and that is known as cause effect relationship. Same is the time series data and time series analysis. The time will be always an independent variable, okay, and the other data will be dependent over the time variable. So if time series data is given, then we can predict the future aspects of any time. We can calculate the productive data for that period of time. That is one of the use of time series analysis. Okay, let's take it by an example. Suppose that one example is there, we have given some data. Day wise, I have been given number of packets of milk sold. So on Monday there are some 90 packets sold, Tuesday 88, Wednesday 85, Thursday 75, Friday 72, Saturday 90 and Sunday 102. So this is the relationship between day and number of packets of milk sold. So day is the time variable and number of packets sold is my desired data. Now looking in this time series data, we are observing that from Monday to Friday the number of milk packets sold decreases, and again it increases from Saturday. It starts increasing from the Saturday. So the kind of observations we can get from the time series data. Again, this is one of the use for predicting and observing the past data. Second example we are looking at, okay, in the gap of 10 years from 1921 to 1981 we are given population in millions. And when we are looking in this data, time series data, we are looking that population is continuously increasing in the gap of 10 years of data. Okay. So these are some examples of time series data where one of the variable will always be time. It may be in years, it may be in days, it may be in months, it may be in hours. That can be any kind of time variable. Importance of time series analysis. As the basis of time series analysis, businessmen can predict about the changes in economy. There are following points which clear about its importance. So these are some different fields where time series data may be useful. Profit of experience, safety from future, utility studies, sales forecasting, stock market analysis, process and quality control, inventory studies, economic forecasting, weather forecasting, census analysis, budgetary analysis, agricultural projections, that is yield projections. So these are the areas where time series analysis can be important. Now we discuss about the components of time series. What do you mean by components of time series? Whenever we are given a time series data, one of the variable is time and other is the data which is required or relevant. So there we see always some changes in the data over the period of time. So the change which are being in the time series, they are affected by some parameters. They may be economic, they may be social, they may be natural, they may be industrial, they may be political. These reasons are called components of time series, and on the basis of these components we can categorize the time series data in 4 categories. And these are what? Secular trends, seasonal variations, cyclical variations and irregular variations. One by one we will be looking each and every one. Okay, secular trend. The increase or decrease in the movements of a time series is called secular trend. So secular trend is always observed over a long period of time. When we say long period of time means at least more than a year, or it may be in the span of 5 to 10 years or more than that. So a time series data may show upward trend or downward trend for a period of years, and this may be due to the factors, some of the factors. Like for example, suppose that we are taking our data for population over the years. So we are finding always an increase in population. So it is an upward trend. And in secular trend we will see always either a upward trend or we will see always a downward trend. Change in technological process. In the last 20-30 years we are always seeing the changes in technological process in upward direction. Every day new and new technologies are coming over the period of time. Large scale shift in consumer demands as the new and new competitor companies are coming over the market. So there may be a particular firm may be feeling experience in downward direction over the last 20 years period of time because of the competition in the market. Okay, so these are the secular trend, and basic parameter of secular trend is what? It must be in the large span of period, at least more than a year. Seasonal variations. Seasonal variations are short-term fluctuation. When we say short-term fluctuation means less than a year or maybe of few months. So seasonal variations are short-term fluctuation in a time series which occur periodically in a year. Okay, and this continues to repeat year after year. So like when we say weather conditions, so there are numerous weather conditions within a year. We have spring season, we have summer season, we have winter season. So different seasons last for few months, and every year that comes again and again in a repetitive manner. So these kind of fluctuation in the changes in time series data is known as seasonal variations. Another examples may be more woolen cloths are sold in winter than in season of summer. So if I am collecting data within a year, the sale of woolen cloths. So for few months of winters, I will look the sale in increasing order, upward trend, and for other months I will feel a downward trend in the time series data. Okay. Cyclical variations are what? Cyclical variations are recurrent upward and downward movements in a time series, but the period of cycle is greater than a year. Recurrent upward and downward means, for example, suppose that we say for an industry, any kind of industry, suppose that it is IIT industry or any kind of industry. So industry goes through 4 phases. Suppose that today industry is at the peak. So it is a prosperity phase. Now it remains in the prosperity phase for a period of years, and then it feels a recession. And now during the period of recession it goes down, the revenues goes down of the industry, and at the time it observes the depression mode when it is in the least mode. Now from prosperity it feels recession, second phase, then recession is at the peak, then it goes in the depression phase and it remains in the depression phase for the period of time, and then again it tries to recover from the recession to again get back to the peak. So from one peak, one prosperity to another prosperity during the recession, depression and recovery. So it may be a complete period of span of 5 years, or it may be 10 years, or it may be 4 years, and then it will be repeated again and again over the span of time. So these kind of fluctuations are known as cyclical variations. Now apart from secular means over the long period of time, then seasonal means fluctuations within a period, within a year, then cyclical, and then irregular variations. Irregular variations are fluctuation in time series that are short in duration and follow no regularity. In another three, we can find a regular trend. So we can predict something, we can observe something, but irregular variations don't follow any pattern, but it remains only for a short duration. Okay, these variations are also referred to as residual variations. Irregular fluctuation results due to the occurrence of unforeseen events like war condition, floods condition, earthquakes are there. So these kind of unnatural conditions, we may face fluctuations in the time series data. Suppose that we are taking a time series data in the agricultural production over the last 10 years, and in last 10 years some particular area has faced floods 2 or 3 times. So because of flood, I may feel variations in the time series data. So that may be only for 2 or 3 months, or for 15 or 20 days, or for some period of time. That is not natural actually. So irregular variations don't follow any pattern. They don't predict any pattern. Dear students, time series model. Time series model means at any time what is the actual value of data at any particular time. So there that prediction can be made using two models. Either it can be predict using additive model, or it can be predict using multiplicative model. Additive model says, okay, actual value of data, that is y, is equals to the secular trend value at that time plus seasonal trend value at that time plus cyclical trend value at that time plus irregular trend value at that time. If I am adding all 4 trend values at that time, then I can get actual data value for that particular period of time. Multiplicative model says कि okay, multiplication of all 4 trend values, secular, seasonal, cyclical and irregular, will give me the actual value of data at that particular period of time. So these are 2 time series models, additive model and multiplicative model, that can be used to get actual data value of required data at any given time. So this was all about introduction of time series, importance of time series, what are different components of time series, okay, and what are the time series models. In next video lecture we will discuss about how to measure the different kinds of trends and what are their numerical aspects. So please subscribe and like this channel, and very soon I will be uploading the next video. Thank you.